Hi, everyone. Welcome to another session of After School Programming with Girls in the Game. As always, we're going to ask parents and the girls that are joining us to text their name and their school to the number that is found on the description of this video. So we do this again for attendance purposes, so we can account everyone, making sure that we have on our end the girls that are attending our after school session. So we're just going to go over a few reminders for after school program for Girls in the Game. So this week, next week, not unfortunately, because we've been doing this for a few weeks now, but next week is going to be our last week of after school programming through this virtual platform. So I'll explain a little bit about that towards the end of the live stream and to give you more details on what the upcoming steps looks like. So let's get started with our 5-finger contract, which is something that we always did at programming and now we've gotten accustomed to doing here on the live stream. So if you want to put our 5 fingers up, I always say 5 hands, 5 fingers up, and we're just going to go over the 5-finger contract, which is the pinky is safety. So how are we going to be safe during our time together on this live stream? We are going to make sure we don't write any personal information or anything that can give our location or what school we go to on the chat that's enabled on this live. So we're going to keep safe by keeping that information to ourselves. And then commitment. So how are we going to be committed? So making sure we follow along at home to what we're doing on our, what we're doing on our live and what the coach is demonstrating you guys. So being committed to doing that. And then just being respectful. So it's important to making sure we don't write any mean comments, and then that we're not just mean comments, but maybe offensive comments. So making sure we're just supporting one another in the comments if we do interact on the chat. And then teamwork. So how does teamwork look like even though it's virtually? So again, I said this a couple of times, like when we do virtual programming, but you can always bring family or parents or anyone or any relative that's at home that wants to join can definitely, you can show him what we're doing, and then that's considered teamwork. And then also following along with me, that's teamwork. And then ultimately, we're here to have fun. I know I've mentioned this many times, but even though we're together for like 25 to 30 minutes, it's important to have fun and let loose. And just because with everything currently going on in the world and in our country, it's important that we try to have fun in the 2 moments we do have together. And I just wanted to say that I hope everyone at home is staying safe and taking care of one another, and that better times will definitely come. Okay, so I have 2 activities that I wanted to go over. Well, one, as in the description, we're going to talk about body image. And I got this little activity that I think would be just really good to discuss and talk about. And then when you guys do go to your team time at 3:30, it's something you can discuss with your coaches there. So we should do, before we go into that activity, we should do a quick warm up or a quick stretch to get our body moving. So, because I know coach has been sitting down in her chair for a while working, so let's get up and do a little stretch. So making sure, we always have room. And then what we're going to do is just to stretch a little bit. So we are going to go first with our shoulders. So just a quick warm up. You're going to bring your left hand, and then bring it over with your right, and you're going to push for, you're not going to push, but you're just going to hold your shoulder up. And then we're going to do it for 5 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're just going to switch our other hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're just going to move it up. Oop, I don't know if you heard that, but my arm just cracked. And then what you're going to do, we're going to lift up our left leg. We're going to hold our left leg. So we're going to let's hold it for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We just want to wiggle it out. Oh my God, my knee just cracked. And we're going to hold our right leg the same way. Just hold it on your back. I'm going to hold it for 10 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're just going to move our legs, let's say our arms, our legs, and then we can bring up our left leg up, and we're just going to hold on to it, bring it up for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Making sure we're moving our legs and bring it back up the other one. We're going to hold it for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we just want to move side to side. So we'll just bring our right arm and we'll keep our feet apart, and with our right arm we're just going to go to the side like that. So we're going to do that 5 times. So we're going to go 1, bring it back, 2, bring it back, 3, bring it back, 4, bring it back, 1 more, 5. So you do the same thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm getting lost of count. Just 1 more, 5. Okay, just move it around, move it around. Let's do arm circles, and then we can come sit back down. And it's good to stretch out our bodies, because sometimes we have long weekends and we're just at home and we're laying down and we're not very active. So it's good to stretch. And when you're in the computer sitting down for a long time, whether that's homework, it's just good to stretch. So we're just gonna do arm circles. We're gonna do forward ones, and we're just gonna do 10, and then we can go ahead and sit down. Okay. So we're just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So all right. Good job. Let's sit that back down. We're ready. We have time. Okay. So we're gonna need, for the next activity, we're gonna need paper and a pen, or any type of marker if you have at home, or anything, just a writing utensil we're gonna need. And we're gonna need a sheet of paper. So if at home you guys want to go and run and get a sheet of paper, we're gonna need one. We're gonna talk about, if you remember, Coach said we're gonna talk about, I'm looking for a sheet of paper. We're gonna talk about body image. So, okay, there we go. We got paper. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have our sheet of paper, and for our activity, we're gonna draw us in the middle of the paper. So you're just gonna draw yourself, or maybe not even yourself. You can just draw like a stick figure, because I can't really draw that well. Like, I can't draw people that well. So we're just gonna draw us in the middle. So we're just gonna do a little drawing. Ooh, this does not look. If we're not good drawers, that's okay. This doesn't really look like me, but I just did a stick figure. So this will be me in the middle. I meant to put a dress, and it just came up with like a really long neck. Okay, so we're just gonna draw ourselves. So we're gonna separate, we're gonna have 4 sections. So one section, we're gonna have 4 sections. We're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4. So for the first section, we're gonna talk about, like, what do our bodies do for us? So what does my body do for me? So if you want to write that, you can. If not, that's totally fine too. We're gonna put what does my body do for me? So that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what are 1 things our bodies do for ourselves? So what does our bodies do? It keeps us, when we have a cut, like saying we get a paper cut. Sorry about that loud noise in the back. So say we get a paper cut and our body repairs itself. So it gets new skin cells and your skin goes back to normal. So an example, I was gardening, Coach was gardening over the weekend because it was so nice outside, but I cut myself and it healed up pretty fast. So what does our body do for us? So it heals itself. It heals or repairs, right? It lets us know when we are thirsty or when we're dehydrated. So our brain lets us know, our body will even show us that we need water, so it keeps us hydrated. What else does our body do for us? So at home we can follow along, and we can also, when we join our team time, you can discuss what's being written on your paper as well. So what else does it, what does your body do for you? It tells you when to go to sleep because sleeping is so important. It tells us when to go to sleep. It lets you know when you're hungry. So if you're hungry, your body would let you know, your stomach starts growling, and then you'll know you're hungry. And what else does our bodies do for us? It keeps us, even when we're sleeping, it keeps us alive. Our hearts are pumping. It's like when you have a cold, it fights off colds. So you have an immune system. So it helps fight off like colds or like sicknesses. Yeah, like colds. Like if you catch a cold. All right. So this is how it's looking so far. These are my my pictures. Too funny. Okay. So then another one is what I love about my body. So you're gonna put another section. So you can do it on the side, and it's gonna be what I love about my body. What I love about my body. Okay. So remember, for body image, we're trying to see positive aspects of ourselves and not such negative ones that sometimes can slip through our minds, right? So what are some positive things? So what do we love about your body? So mine would be, I'm pretty good at being like is it steady or sturdy? I have pretty good balance, so I think I love that about my body, that I have pretty good balance, and it can be anything. It could be anything. What's another thing? I like my nails, right? And you can think of maybe what other people have told you about, like maybe you have really nice hair, or maybe like really pretty eyes or something of that nature. So maybe my balanced nails. What's another good thing you love about your body? I think I can run pretty fast. So I think I love that I can run pretty fast. Not too fast. What else can we say that we love about our bodies? I like my height. Now we can all like our height. 1, 2, 3, 4. So one more because we were going to write 5 for each. And then another thing you can love about your body, maybe my hair. Although Coach wants to cut her hair, I like my hair. Okay, so this is what it should look like so far. And then a next section is or another section, it's what's unique about me. What's unique about me? And hopefully when we're done, ladies, we can keep these and hang them in our room or in our refrigerators or anywhere where we can constantly see it to be reinforced about good things about ourselves. So what are some unique things about me? What are some unique things? And we don't have to make a list of 5. We can do 1, 2, 3, 4. We can maybe do 2 or 3 here. How many you can find, and then you can always go back to it later. So maybe I can, something unique about me. Maybe I can speak another language, right? I think that's pretty cool. how about at home? What anything you're unique about yourself? Like you think it's unique? I think I'm saying unique too many times. What do you think unique? Um, I I let's see what's unique. I've been trying to learn how to bake, but that's not unique. I think a lot of other people are pretty good bakers. I'm pretty good at planting. I realize I'm pretty good at keeping flowers alive. So I guess that could be unique, right? So maybe planting. Another thing that is unique. I think I'm double jointed, girl. So like I can like do like weird stuff with like my hands and my fingers. But I don't think there's another term when you're like when you can like crack your bones and stuff. So maybe I don't know, it says double. I think it's called like double jointed or maybe something. Okay, we can just make it if you don't want to, you can always come back and write things that you come to mind that you can think of right now. So then what can I do? So that's another section. We're almost done, girls. So we're just trying to write positive qualities about ourselves and like it's not just how we physically look, but also like what our bodies do for ourselves without even like we're so busy sometimes we don't even realize what our bodies are doing for ourselves. So another section would be what can I do to stay strong and healthy? So I'm just gonna write that down so I can remember. But what can I do to stay? So then this is how it should be looking. So the next section would be what can I do to stay strong and healthy? So what are some ways that we can keep our body strong? Drinking a lot of water, right? I think we need to make sure we're hydrated. So we can say drinking lots of water. Now that I think about it, I don't think, Coach, I think I've drinking water. Did I drink water today? Oh, see, look at that. We got to make sure we're drinking lots of water. So then what else can we do to stay strong and healthy? Making sure we eat our vegetables. So eat our veggies. Eat our veggies. What's another thing at home? I can't wait to see what we write on our team times to see like so we can discuss it all together. So eat our veggies, drink a lot of water. Another one could be exercising, getting your daily workout in. And it doesn't even have to be like a rigorous or something that's like intense, like an intense workout. It can be like a 30-minute walk. So that's what Coach has been doing. So trying to go on 30-minute walks or even, well, that's my specific example. So staying strong and healthy is 30-minute walks. But it can be whatever you think is a good workout. Just to get our hearts pumping and get our cardio in and get our blood flowing. So then that's 1, 2, 3. What's the other 2 things we can do to stay healthy and stay strong? Making sure we eat our vitamins, like if it's okay with like your parents and your doctor, like eating our or taking our vitamins, right? Very important to take our vitamins if we can take them. Taking vitamins, and then strong and healthy. And another one that's not necessarily like working out or medicine or anything like that, but it's just spending time with family and friends or people that you get along with. So even if it was school, like just take care of our mental health. So we can say like hanging out with people we love and we care about. So how we can stay strong in that sense is spending time with like loved ones. So spending time with loved ones. With loved ones. Okay. And we could have made it in color so it can look nice. But so when we're talking about body image and like what not just physically of like how I look compared to someone else, but try to think about what our bodies do for us do to ourselves? How does our body help us? Okay, so we need to appreciate it more and be like, well, when you're sweating a lot and you're using in the hot, like in the warm weather, and you're sweating a lot in the warm weather, and and your body will let you know that you're thirsty and you need to be hydrated. So that's important. So hopefully this gives you a little idea about what our bodies do for ourselves and how we can support it. Is it focus? I think so, hopefully. And just some unique qualities about yourself as well. So hopefully we all did that at home. We should follow along. We can decorate it. You can draw yourself like sillier, cuter. Coach just kind of made like a stick figure because I'm not that good with it. But hopefully we can keep this we can keep it in our refrigerator or in our rooms or anywhere where we see it, or even in your bathroom mirror, like so you can constantly see and be reminded of all these good things that our bodies does for ourselves without really taking the time and noticing it. So making sure we stay strong and healthy, loving like our uniqueness, our characteristics, and then loving the way our bodies look, and then also taking in consideration of what it does for you as well. So so this is it. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed this activity at home, and maybe you can show it to any like family or any brothers and siblings to see like for helping when it comes to like body image, and not just necessarily the way our bodies look compared to others, but the importance of it keeping us alive, right? Okay, so as I had mentioned, let me get rid of these pieces of papers. Hopefully you guys like that activity. I was thinking there's another part to this activity, so I was thinking next Monday we can go ahead and go to the next step. If that's something participants are interested in, we can do that again, or we can do more of an active activity, so maybe some imaginary thinking or some running, and I know not everywhere, but in place. So before I go, first of all, I just want to say thank you so much for everyone that was joining me today on this live. Just to go over a few reminders for this upcoming week. So we'll have programming every day for this week. And then also, as I mentioned in the beginning, next week is going to be our last week of virtual programming. So we've made it. So virtual high fives to everyone's. So we've made it to like the end. So I'm really excited to see what other coaches have planned out for the last week, which is next week. Also, hopefully there's been some changes to team time. So hopefully your coaches have been in contact with you regarding all those changes. So following this live at 3:30, your parents should received a link for the Google Meets that's going to happen at 3:30. If you don't have that link for whatever reason, or you can't find it, that number you text for your name and your school, you can text that number and ask for the link to get that link sent over to you again, if that is something you would like to do after this live. So I won't be leading the team time there, but we will have Coach Atia and Coach Periana there to help you, and maybe you guys can talk about this activity if there is time regarding what they have planned. So that's what's going to happen. And there's also going to be a link regarding summer virtual programming, just summer programming that's going to occur. And they'll talk a little bit more about how that would look like. And so we have a few more minutes. But I just wanted to say again, thank you everyone for joining the live and joining me on Mondays. It's been, I'm not going to say goodbye just yet because we still have one more Monday, but it's been really awesome. And I hope to see everyone again next Monday. And I hope everyone has a safe week, and making sure we're supporting one another and taking it day by day. And hopefully everyone is doing well. Okay, well, thank you everyone for joining the live. And remember, right now in 5 minutes at 3:30, you can join the team time with Coach Periana and Coach Atia. All right, everyone, thank you so much, and we'll see you next Monday. Bye.